The morning air was sharp, and Lisa's voice sliced through it like a fire alarm, high-pitched and impossible to tune out. She stood in my front yard, while VYing an HOA violation notice like it was a battle flag. "This is a neighborhood, not a carnival," she screeched, her arms flopping like a windmill. Curtains twitched across the street. Some neighbors pretended to water their lawns. Others smirked behind their blinds. I leaned against my porch railing, sipping coffee from a mug that said "Saw Paint It Loud Saw," my house glowing behind me like a defiant sunrise. The door was a bold teal, the window sills a fiery orange, and on the sidewall, a mural of my old lab, Buddy, grinned in sunglasses, surfing through a sea of daisies. Lisa's face twisted like she'd bitten a lemon. "It's an eyesore," she spat, jabbing a finger at Buddy's mural. "People are complaining." Nobody was complaining except her. In a suburb drowning in shades of oatmeal and slate, my house was a middle finger to monotony. To Lisa, that was treason. 3 months ago, when I bought this place, I had no plans to blend in. I'd spent years in drab apartments, wearing beige suits, fading into the background. This house was my chance to live loud. I checked the HOA bylaws before every paint stroke nothing banned bright colors. But Lisa didn't need rules. She saw the rules, or so she thought. It started with passive-aggressive notes taped to my door. Saw neutral tones boost resale value. Saw then came her fake neighborhood polls, scribbled in her loopy handwriting, every option nudging toward banning my colors. When that flopped, she stormed an HOA meeting with a binder thick enough to choke a printer, declaring my house disruptive to community harmony, like it was spitting fire instead of spreading joy. I got a courtesy warning and a lecture about standards. I pointed out there was no color rule. Lisa's eyes narrowed. "Not yet," she hissed. A week later, a Duloc 255 fine landed on my doorstep for excessive chromatic variance, a phrase that sounded like it was ripped from a sci-fi dystopia. I had 7 days to repaint in community-aligned hues or face worse. I wrestled with it hot about lawyers, thought about CAVYing, even thought about selling. But every glance at my house, alive with color, sparked a fire in me. This was saw, not some grayscale ghost. Then Lisa crossed the line. That morning, she marched into my yard, slapped a violation zone sign into my garden, and pulled a paint roller from her bag. Gray paint smeared the edge of Buddy's mural. My coffee mug hit the grass. "Are you serious?" I asked, voice shaking. "You left me no choice," she said, not even looking up. "This mural in VY riffraff." I stepped closer. "That's my dog, Lisa. He died last year. This is his tribute." She froze, roller dripping. "He doesn't belong on a wall," she said coldly. I turned, walked inside, and slammed the door. That was it. No more playing nice. I grabbed my laptop and typed one word, saw projector saw. 3 hours later, my credit card was smoking high-lumen outdoor projectors, weatherproof speakers, a digital artist who built light shows for music festivals. "Can you map animated fireworks onto my house?" I asked. His reply, "Want it loud?" I grinned. No sound, just color. Explosive color. That night, my Lee VYing room was a jungle of cables and Amazon boxes. Lisa thought she was fighting a guy with a paintbrush. She didn't know she'd picked a fight with a theater lighting tech who'd spent 10 years rigging concerts. If she thought my mural was too colorful, she was about to lose her damn mind. At 7 p.m., my house erupted in silent fireworks, 2,000 lumens of pure defiance. Rainbow spirals swirled, butterflies danced, and digital explosions lit the sky. Every night, the show changed, all within legal hours. Lisa stood outside, jaw dropped, arms crossed, watching her beige world drown in color. She called it VY Soul terrorism and dialed 911, nardramatic like she was reporting a bomb. 2 cops rolled up, headlights slicing through the projections. Lisa ran to them, while VYing her phone like a distress signal. "He's blinding us," she cried. One officer squinted at the display. "This is art," he said, half laughing. The other asked, "Any noise?" "Threats." Lisa fumed. "It's emotional distress. It's like a rainbow slap." I showed the cops my setup legal hours, no sound, no strobes. They told Lisa she couldn't call 911 over aesthetic preferences and left, one chuckling, nice animations. Makes the street fun. The HOA sent a sterner letter, mumbling about community cohesion. Still no bylaw violation. Lisa called an emergency meeting, ranting about epilepsy risks and psychedelic VY, or the board squirmed. Even she admitted no rule ban my projections. But I wasn't just fighting her now. I uploaded a VY Deo. Saw HOA lady says my house is too colorful, so I did this saw. It blew up Reddit, TikTok, millions of VYUs. Comments flooded in, justice in pixels. Someone auto-tuned Lisa's rant into a pop song. Her VY Sewell terrorism quote became a t-shirt. I kept the projections, rolling lanterns, koi fish, fireworks spelling out kids' names for a hospital event I hosted. Over 100 people showed up, kids in wheelchairs cheering as their names glowed. Lisa tried to sabotage it, yelling about noise and tripping into a bucket of glow sticks. The VY Deo over fall hit 500,000 VYUs. Then I got a game changer. An old HOA member, Tom, sent me the original bylaws yellowed, typewriter typed, and crystal clear. No color or projection bans, plus a clause saw encouraging saw creative displays. My lawyer friend, Sarah, laughed. This isn't just defense. We're countering for harassment and trespassing. Lisa tried one last power grab, announcing a retroactive projection ban. I shut it down, citing the bylaws and my cease and desist for her mural vandalism. Her face went pale. She knew she'd lost ground. The city council meeting was my checkmate. I walked in with a t-shirt saying saw color isn't a crime saw, armed with 300 signatures and slides of the hospital event. I didn't attack Lisa. I just showed what color meant to people. The room cheered. Lisa's 2-minute rant about projected anarchy got silence. The council approved a one-night light art festival, YVYing fees. The event was magic projections spilled across houses, food trucks hummed, kids wore LED capes. Lisa's gray house became an accidental canvas. An artist projected a peace sign and birds on her walls. She burst out in pajamas, swinging a broom at the light, screaming about psychological assault. A kid whispered, "Is that the angry color lady?" The crowd froze, phones recording. The finale fireworks with kids' quotes left everyone speechless, then cheering. Days later, MOVYing truck parked at Lisa's house. She loaded boxes, sunglasses hiding her eyes, her reign over. Tom grinned. She lost the war. A final note from her, taped to a gray paint swatch, read, "Saw you're still weird. Enjoy your circus." Saw I framed it under a plaque. Saw victory in Technicolor saw. The neighborhood bloomed teal shutters, sunset murals, a new HOA that ditched Lisa's rules. The festival got 3 years of city funding. One day, a girl stopped by, pointing at my house. "Did you make the fireworks?" I nodded. "Can you do butterflies next?" I promised her 100. That night, I sat on my porch, watching glowing butterflies spiral across my wall. The street alive with color, no Lisa in sight. You can paint over walls, but light leaves a memory. And this one was unforgettable. So what do you think? Was I right to fight Lisa's gray tyranny with a light show? Or did I escalate too far? Should HOAs control how we express ourselves? Or is personal freedom worth the chaos? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button if you're team color. And subscribe for more stories where Creati VY tie wins.